Hey, this is Ian with Silver Tree Industries, and I've got another Kydex making tip for you today. Hopefully you can learn from my experiences, save yourself some time and trouble. I didn't listen to everything that I saw on the internet or read in books, and I found out the hard way that some of these things that people say make sense, and there's a reason why you do it. What I'd like to talk about today is making sure that you've got enough Kydex when you're making your sheath, your holster, whatever it is that you're going to make, your carrier. When I first started out making Kydex, I would cut very short, thinking that I could save time and money by just cutting the Kydex short and making it fit. And I found out that that does not work. All you do is you cut short. When you mold it, it makes it too small. Then you have to cut a whole nother piece. Over time, I did it multiple times, and crazily enough, it was always the same. It was always too small. The first part of cutting your sheath out is knowing how much Kydex you're going to need. So I'll show you a quick way to measure it, and then I'll give you a couple of examples of what I'm talking about as you're making a sheath or a holster. I use a very scientific method of determining how much Kydex I'm going to need for each holster, sheath, whatever it is that I'm making. It requires a pencil, Kydex, what I'm making the holster or sheath for, and some sort of measuring mat. You can use a ruler if you want. The mat just works a lot better because you can cut on it. I take whatever it is and I set it on the very edge, and then I roll it over, and then I want the edge of the holster to be here, so from 4 to 11, that's 7 inches. And then I want about 3/4 of an inch extra. So I'm gonna cut this at about 12.5 inches. And then that gives a nice overlap, so as the Kydex heats and forms, it gives you enough area to close around the pistol or whatever it is that you're making, and you've got the nice overlap. As you get your measurement from side to side, also be sure that you've got your front measurement set, and you want that overlap also. I made a holster using this drone as a mold, and I wanted an open front holster, and you can see that cutting this down here, I've got about 1.5 inches, which is what I try to do. This holster doesn't even start touching until 3/4 of an inch. So to get the good retention, to make it look nice, make sure that you've got enough space on the front from lengthwise and widthwise. Otherwise you're going to have poor fit. I made a sheet demonstrating what I was talking about, and so there was plenty of overlap with that sheath, and you can see that there's probably close to 3/4 of an inch between the edge of the knife and the edge of the Kydex. Whereas this sheath that I made, you've got barely 1/4 of an inch of distance right here, and then it gets less up here. This should demonstrate why you want that extra amount as you're measuring. I know that as a new Kydex maker, there were just a lot of things I didn't think about or I didn't find out until later, and that's why I'm doing these videos to help people out as they're doing Kydex, you know, either starting out or having done it for a while, and we're always looking for new stuff. If you like what I had to say here today, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Maybe let me know in the comments why you liked or disliked it. Once again, this is Ian with Silver Tree Industries. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.